The two main types of energy that we looked at were kinetic and potential energy. Remember that kinetic energy is the type of energy that an object in motion has. So anytime an object is moving, it's going to have kinetic energy. The formula to calculate kinetic energy is 1/2 times the mass times the velocity squared. Notice the mass needs to be in kilograms and the velocity is in meters per second. You're only squaring the velocity, so make sure that you keep that in mind when you're solving these types of problems. So when an object has kinetic energy, the only two things that factor into how much kinetic energy it has is the mass and the velocity. So the more mass it has, or the faster it's moving, the more kinetic energy the object is going to have. So here you can compare the amount of kinetic energy that this big rig has versus the guy on the smaller bike. They may be going at the same speed or velocity here, but since the truck has a lot more mass, he's going to have a lot more kinetic energy. So again, kinetic energy is determined by the mass and the velocity of the object. Potential energy, on the other hand, is the stored energy. Specifically, we look at gravitational potential energy. So gravitational potential energy is the energy that an object that is above ground level has. The formula to calculate gravitational potential energy is the mass times the acceleration due to gravity times the height. Again, notice the mass is in kilograms. You should know the acceleration due to gravity on Earth is 9.8 meters per second squared, and then the height needs to be in meters. So here you have, again, any object that is above ground level is going to have gravitational potential energy. The more mass it has, or the higher off the ground it is, the more gravitational potential energy the object is going to have.